Welcome, folks, to the first ever Under the Lights podcast, presented by Danimals Baseball. I'm here joined on my right-hand side with two of my best friends, Brandon Roberts and Jarin Kobashigawa.
Hi, guys.
What's up? How's it going?
My name is Mr. Coach, or Ryan Nakamura, for those of you who don't follow our social media. This is the first go-around, the first iteration of what we hope will be a long road on a podcast platform. What do you guys think, man?
Pretty excited to get this started. You know, we've been talking about this for a couple months now and finally pulling through. So it's good to get this going.
You know, I will say that the first time we shot an episode like a week ago, and we had our iPhone microphone, like just voice recording this thing, and it sounded terrible.
Yeah, this sounds a whole lot better.
I like your voice.
Thank you.
So I went out and splurged a little bit, and we're here. We got a like actually professional looking setup. We're still in my room, in my house, on the casting couch here, because we can't afford a studio yet. But, you know, I don't know if you can plug the like, comment, and subscribe right up top. But
Yeah,
like,
where should we put it? In the top?
Top left.
Top left.
yeah, wherever that goes, we would really appreciate the support so we can get out of my bedroom and I can have it back to myself.
Make a GoFundMe or something.
Yeah. Well, let's get right into this, right? What's going to differentiate ourselves between any other podcast on any platforms? And nothing really. We're just three regular ass guys, all from Hawaii, who play on the same adult baseball team. We're called the Danimals, which is a classically hilarious name, and we'll get into why we're called that shortly. But you know, this has just kind of been a fun year for us. We've been on social media and starting that, you know, line of service there, and now we're branching off into something that we'll hope will catch you in on with the podcast. So
I mean, I got one reason why our podcast will be differentiated. We got a live audience, man. First show ever, and we got an audience.
Ever, live audience and sponsors. Yeah, we have one of our other friends who's gonna be on the second show of the podcast. We're recording two tonight, but he's in the room, and you'll get to hear from him in episode 2. But we also have a few of our presenting sponsors. We'd like to just shout out real quick our partners down in Kapahulu Avenue, Growler Hawaii, Uncle Bill, Jake, Uncle Al. Thanks for taking time to partner with us. From quality craft beverages, delicious cuisine, to a quality ambiance, Growler Hawaii is the place to go for your 2 p.m. hangover relief. Experience the best quality American beer at our craft beer pub in Honolulu, located in Kapahulu near Waikiki Beach. It is the go-to place to sit back, relax, and enjoy handcrafted beer made to perfection. Come enjoy with your family and friends today. Thank you, Uncle Bill. Thank you, Growler Hawaii, for the support. We'll move on with the show after the little ad read there. How'd you like my first go around? Was that any good, or what do we think?
It was solid.
It was pretty good.
Right on. So I guess
You can tell you're an educated man.
college educated. We'll get right into this, man. What and who is Danimals Baseball? And you know, when I sit back and reflect, this was a team that got started in 2017, a year after I graduated college, and we came back to Hawaii and got a bunch of our friends together, put in a team for an adult baseball league, and that's where it kind of all started. You know, we are mostly just friends of friends of friends all coming together on one team to play this game. And I think what attracts a lot of fans and people on social media is the way we play is a lot different than how you would imagine a traditional baseball team playing. Can you talk about that a little bit?
I think people like our uniforms the most. I mean,
Yeah, shout out to these
look at
swag
these.
unis. You know, the baby blues, we got the bottoms to match. We can post a picture. I'm not wearing the bottoms right now, but
Obviously.
I would
you know,
hope not. But anyways,
yeah, I mean, we do. When in 2017 we started, we had these like black Hanes dry fit shirts that we sent to like a rinky dink tailor in Chinatown to get like the
Like you slap
real
the sticker on
old
it.
school like Danimals with the little loop underneath, like every little league all-star team did in 2004. And that was our squad. Then we moved over to a good group of custom jerseys. Triton Baseball, shout out. Went to a white version, which maybe we'll feature on a future episode. But now to the baby blue iteration. What do you guys think about the new drip?
It's so drip fam, and I can't believe how good it looks.
Jarin is the youngest. Jarin is the youngest one of the group, and is still the TikTok millennial motherfucker here.
You know, we gotta cater to the younger audience. So,
Jarin, can you hit the fans with like your best TikTok dance in the chair right there?
the best TikTok dance? I know the little body roll.
Timestamp this. We're fucking editing that out. Well, let's get into it. Like, how do we all know each other? I know, just me personally, I grew up playing with Brandon. Brandon was my first ever catch partner.
So
played
cute.
Kaimaki Little League together, and played All Stars. We went to separate high schools, and then kind of parted ways. He played college, I played college, and then we came back to play Danimals, and have been playing on the same squad since. Jarin, I know from Marino High School. I was a senior when I think you were a freshman. Right, so yeah, you didn't
look
really.
at the little baby.
You didn't really play much when I was around, but
But I do recall actually getting pulled up to the varsity team for the state championship game, and it was my picture in the front page of the newspaper. That's all I will say.
I actually have the newspaper article here, and you're clearly not.
No, okay. It was a game against Konowaina. It was the first game.
You're clearly not in
You
this.
pulled the read
I'll-
receipt.
you know, I have mine framed too. Maybe I'll bring it. Bring it next time.
Was that that year or was that?
It was that year. This is a question from our live audience. Landon Higa's asking, was it that year? And it was indeed. I think 2013 was it, 2013 was the year. That was the first state championship of soon to be 3 in a row.
Yeah, so Jarin and I come from Marino Baseball, where we're known for being a baseball powerhouse, and I say
True.
that very sarcastically because we won like 3 D2 state championships, and everybody called us bullshit for that because we were playing in D2. But who cares? I got a ring. Jaren's got 3, and what I think makes Danimals Baseball so special is like we all come from such a different background, right? We have guys that are from public school, from private school,
From California.
Guys that are playing at local colleges that are from all over the mainland. I think our last game we had a few guys from Texas come out and play, and I think what really draws people to play with us and work with our content and enjoy our content is, dude, this is the most fun I've had playing baseball in my entire life, and this is a men's league. Yeah, I won a state championship in high school. I have more fun playing on Sundays
Once a week.
without practice because I get to shoot the shit with my best friends, and the guys in the dugout just make Danimals Baseball so special. And I think that's kind of the goal of the podcast, is to kind of highlight the lives of each of us and kind of branch out and see if we can just have a discussion about who we are off the field, right? Well, anyway, I want to start to get into Brandon, because Brandon's going to be kind of the first player we're going to highlight in our podcast. What was your playing history like? I mentioned we grew up together, we played Kaimaki Little League, and then went to Kalani, played some college ball. What was that like? I think you played for my dad at one point too, right?
I did. Yeah, your dad was one of. He was our first coach.
Use the fucking mic, man. I bought it for you.
I was like looking at you. I was like, the mic's
Yeah, your dad was one of my first coaches. So that was my first 2 years or so.
What did he say?
But then after that, I played the Kaimaki Little League until I was 13, and then played in Manoa for a year or 2.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, and then I sat out my freshman year because I was struggling in school. Do your homework, kids. Don't do what I did.
Student athlete.
Student athlete, yes. But then my sophomore through senior year, I played varsity for Kalani, the actual powerhouse in the state. We didn't make a single state championship. We didn't even make a state tournament when I was there. That's, yeah.
Yikes.
Anyways.
The OIA gets like 6 spots, too.
Well, think about it. The East is always stacked in the OIA.
That's
Think about
true.
it. We have Kailua every year. There's Moanalua,
Yeah,
Kaiser.
yeah.
Like, no chance. Anyways, after that, went to Northeastern State, Oklahoma, D2 school.
Shouts out.
Yeah, shout out. Played there for a year and a half. Played with some.
Got chunky Brandon.
Can we pull a picture of that?
If you send it to me, yeah.
Oh God. I was like 200 pounds. I graduated high school at 160, by the way. Came back my freshman year, 200 pounds as a PO. Those who don't know, it's a pitcher only because I was in the best shape of my life, I guess. So after that, I did not get along with the coach, really. I transferred to a school in Georgia, which was a JUCO, and then got my life together, lost some weight, and moved to the outfield where I played pretty well for 2 years and got the opportunity to play half a year of indie ball in California, and it was just not worth it.
Yeah, I remember. I kind of want to backtrack a little bit before I get into the indie ball stuff. You and I played for a coach that's pretty well known in Hawaii. His name is Gerald Oda.
He's kind of known, he won a World Series or something like that.
If you're listening to this for some reason, you're on the way to work and you couldn't find anything else better to do. Gerald Oda has been in Little League coaching in Little League baseball for like 20 to 30 some odd years, and he's poured his life into coaching these kids. I mean,
him and his two brothers,
Keith and Don. They really had never had
kids of their own
that were on the team. It was just purely out of the joy of coaching, and I'm hoping that one day we can get him on this podcast and have him share some of those stories.
I know Coach Keith would be down.
Yeah, so he actually was able to take a championship team to Williamsport in 2018 and win the whole damn thing, and And if you don't know that, back in like 2006 or 2005, 2006, he actually won the Cal Ripken World Series with the group. So he's been around, and it's truly been a pleasure to play with him. And Brandon, maybe you can speak to, these guys were really fundamental in shaping my life.
He dedicated hours and hours before practice for me. I would show up 2 hours before Little League practice just to take ground balls, and I was not a shortstop, so he took the extra time just to work me into a shortstop.
And his mindset was so geared to, regardless of how your baseball career pans out, like, be a good man.
Yeah.
Like, on and off the field, it was, preaching loyalty. It was preaching teamwork.
Do everything the right way, yeah.
Yeah, carrying yourself, very humble. And I owe so much of my life to Coach Gerald and Coach Keith and Coach Don. I even quoted him in my yearbook.
He even taught me how to play poker.
Yeah, we did have some poker nights. Yeah,
he taught me how to play poker.
How to lie.
Huh?
How to lie. Isn't that kind of contradictory?
What
part of
it's
poker
strategic.
did you teach you?
No, it's just teaching me the game, man.
Oh,
poker
can you give us
in the butt.
Look right there and give us your best poker face right now.
That just slid under the radar, huh?
Oh, I heard what you said. Hey, poker face.
I was doing it.
You laughed.
My poker face, my poker face.
These mics are really good for singing, by the way.
It doesn't mean you should do it.
Shut up.
I don't know how much of like the live, like maybe we should put a mic in the live audience section.
Just have the audience go, yay, clapping.
Yeah, so Brandon and I are so stupidly lucky. I don't even know how lucky I was to be able to get coached by three pioneers of youth baseball in Hawaii. And then, Brandon, you went on to play indie ball, and man, I don't know if a lot of people know how much of a grind that is. Can you talk a little bit about that? That must have been tough.
Indie ball, let's say there was there's like 25 people on the roster, and 15 to 20 of those people live in one house. So it's a 3-bedroom house with 15 to 20 people.
And it's
do the math.
It's so cutthroat too. Yeah. I think, like you were telling me one time.
If you pull a hamstring, you're gone.
They don't give a shit.
If you have a couple bad games, you're gone. Like, they have people they can bring in right off the bat.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Like, if you have any reason to get cut, you're cut.
And you're basically living off scraps. You're getting paid.
Whatever you saved up in your savings, that's what you're living off of, because you don't make much.
You're getting paid like $4 an hour and busing 5-hour road trips to go play.
You gotta drive your own car to the game. You gotta get your own food.
So what's in it for you, B-Rob? Why did you
just the exposure. Like, if you do well enough there's other leagues always watching. So
figure it out, man. Jesus Christ.
Just the exposure. Like, I did pretty well, I thought. I started for the first couple games in the spring training, you can call it, I guess, and then pulled my hamstrings, and next week I was gone. So
they kicked you out?
Dude, send me home. Kicked me out of the house, everything. It's like, oh yeah, have fun going home. I was like, wow.
and it's all to just kind of hang on to that one dream of like maybe getting looked at by the right person at the right time. And
I was coached by Brandon Phillips, his younger brother actually, second baseman, probably a Hall of Famer. Yeah, his brother was my coach. So,
and you know, it's so wild that, you know, all these people that have chased that dream, and it's everybody's childhood dream to go play pro ball under the lights, and you know, you don't really get to see the not so glamorous side of
you don't really hear everybody's backstory.
You don't hear the
behind the scenes
late
stuff,
nights of I gotta go get
we wouldn't get
McDonald's because I can't afford nothing else, and I'm shuttling back and forth,
and then get home at 11:30, wake up and go to the field again at 8 in the morning.
Yeah, and then, you know, you talk to your friends and family, and then you're telling everybody, I'm playing indie ball, and they're like, dude, that's got to be the coolest thing ever, man.
I mean, it was cool for just to say I was there, I guess, but it's not really worth it.
So coming into Danimals, I mean, what
What a switch.
what a transition, right? Can you, I mean, off the top of your head, what just off the bat,
It went from being like a job and my life depended on it to just being fun again. Like baseball was not fun up there. It was just like I had to perform or I'm gone. So it's so much pressure. When you come back to Danimals, there's zero pressure. There's more pressure just to outperform your teammates than anything else.
Well, why do you say that?
Why not? Because we talk the most shit to anybody else. Besides, like, we don't talk shit to the other team. We just talk about ourselves. So
We actually have an award that we give out every game called the Screamer.
Screamer.
And if I can give some context to that, when I played at Whittier College, we had this baseball that we wrote the word Screamer on, and it was passed around the pitching staff to whoever was the most recent pitcher to give up a shot, to give up a home run. And you know, in Hawaii, we don't really see too many home run hitters, right? When we were growing up, we had maybe, you knew the 3 home run hitters in the state, and anyone else that got one was kind of like, holy shit, that just happened.
Good piece.
Right? So and even now, I think a lot of us, we don't really see very many homers. We're all like 5'6" to 5'10" ish. Brandon's kind of an exception in Hawaii, but you know, that's what you get out of a Hawaii baseball player, right? That small, scrappy guy that's gonna be solid on defense. He's gonna do the little things. He's gonna base run well. He's gonna be a defensive star, right? But he's not the guy that's gonna put a ball over the fence. So when we came back to play Danimals, you know, I wanted to bring the Screamer back because I thought it was a hilarious locker room thing. It was so funny to, like, after a loss, and you walk up to the pitcher that gave up the game-winning home run to the other team. You're like, hey, bud, you get to take the Screamer. and you know, I remember teammates, like, cussing each other out and throwing punches into the lockers and stuff. And, you know, I just wanted that same competitiveness back to Danimals
within the team,
but we didn't have we couldn't give it to anybody because no one gave home runs, so we kind of reformatted the Screamer into more of a who was the jackass of the game. And if I can give this example, and I think it paints a beautiful picture of what the Screamer is. Landon Higa, who is our next guest and in the studio audience right now, received the first Screamer Award in fall 2021, or maybe summer 2021 season, right?
Yeah, summer
2021 season. It was notable, Landon. Shut the fuck up. Folks, we were up 17-1.
That's 16 more than the other team.
Shouts out Marinal High School for the quick maths there. But we were up 17-1. Here's the situation, right? We're up 17-1 going into the last inning, and Landon, who's been
our closer.
Landon's pitched in his life before, so we threw him on the mound, and man, he had a rough outing, to say the least. I had to pull him with 2 outs in that inning, and when I pulled him, the score was 17-10.
I think the bases were loaded.
And the bases were loaded.
Shout out Digo.
Damn, yeah, right, Lando. Are we giving the Screamer or no?
Yes, absolutely. Giving it back. Bad.
So we decided to award the Screamer of the game to Landon because, you know, it just wasn't a day for him, and that Screamer award has evolved, you know, every iteration of every game we play to the jackass of the day. And, you know, it's just like a fun competition amongst the teammates to like not get the Screamer Award.
Mhm.
You get a whole baseball interview, gets posted on Instagram. I remember Cole Romo when he had like a string of Screamer Awards sent to him. Like he came to like the next game and he was like, dude, Jared, all my fucking friends watch this. They all think I suck.
Hey, if it isn't my favorite Danimal.
I fucking hate you.
Bro, this is the day you gotta do it, dog. Your
You know,
brother's
all
not
my
here.
friends in my friend group, I
What?
watch the video and I'm like, what the fuck is this, Cole?
So it's been such a fun time. I think that really defines Danimals Baseball to a T. It's like, dude, we shoot the shit. We have our own competition on who's the shittiest player after the game, and so it takes all the pressure off off the players, and that's what really vibe off of is good energy, and regardless of the outcome, right? We did well this year. We didn't win the whole thing, but
We're not,
dude,
we're not there to win, dude.
I had the most fun on a baseball field I've ever had this past season.
We just want to give a quick thank you to Aloha Caps, Aloha Mitts. If you're a baseball player looking to get a baseball hat, any major league hat, they have the most premier and genuine and authentic caps that you
And
can
not from
find.
China.
Not from China, definitely not from China. Oh, that sounded a little sarcastic. It's not from China. They also do customized gloves. So if you need any gloves or hats, go check them out. They're Aloha Caps and Aloha Mitts. You can find them on Instagram. Thank you guys for sponsoring this episode of
Mahalo, boys.
Under the Lights presented by Danimals Baseball.
So welcome back from the break. Under the Lights, presented by Danimals Baseball. Going to get into a segment that I hope will be a recurring one here on the show. Danimals Recap. You know, just want to talk a little bit about the 2021 season, our social media growth, and I can probably tailor my question mostly to Jarin, because Jarin's been kind of the force behind our social media presence on Instagram, now YouTube, and now wherever this podcast is being streamed. Talk about the growth we had as a family and as a team over the past year.
First of all, I just want to acknowledge my team. This doesn't happen without the work of Brobbb, of Ryan, of Jaelin, Emerson.
My
Everett,
offensive line.
My offensive line.
Cole Romo.
Cole Romo, man. Everybody helps out with filming content. Even Landon Higa. I missed a couple of games this past fall 2021 season, and Landon was very dependable. He always got the footage necessary to put content out there to continue to make videos. So, the work just doesn't get done. The fans don't get satisfied, and we do this all for our fans.
For the fans.
Hashtag
For
we
the
do it
fans.
For the fans.
Yeah, but Jarin, although all of us have kind of chipped into helping with the content, you've really been the force behind, spending hours and hours editing and putting together something that's enjoyable for everybody. How did you get your start? And like I know this was kind of your first start with doing something like this, but it has grown enough to where you got recognized by ESPN Honolulu for this.
Yeah, it's so interesting. Like, I feel like when we first made the Instagram account, we were just taking
it was like stories and like pictures
Stories,
and like
Instagram.
like those meme makers where you could put like a caption on a picture
Yeah.
and post it. Yeah.
And then we went to live streams.
We have like Happy Birthday Jason. If you scroll down all the way to the bottom, that's when Jason used to play for the Danimals. You can find a picture of him, and it's this little funny dancing picture. But yeah, I had gotten my camera in college, and that's when I was actually making little vlogs during college. If you try and find it, yeah, you're not finding it. It was for my family. I ended up buying my first camera, and then ended up, going down that whole road of shooting stuff, taking pictures, videos, and then Danimals Baseball comes around. You're just like, I just need something to do. And so the first time I remember bringing my camera out, it was just like taking videos as much as I could, and put together a video. I've been making videos now for 4 to 5 years, and this was the first time I think I'd done a baseball video. So it was a lot of fun because it's sports, right? It's action packed, like a lot of
and I think there's not a lot of like baseball highlight content with like other than Major League Baseball. And if there are anybody that are still watching this or listening to this, go ahead and check out our Instagram page, at Danimals_baseball. It's got some of Jarin's best work, and you can really get grasp of how talented a man Jarin is. Like I don't want to like sugarcoat it at all. Like you're a talented dude in what you do, and so much so that ESPN Honolulu noticed you, and like, dude, they gave you like a pilot job. I think was like a one-off, like see how you do, and then like instantly they give you a job after that, right?
It was so funny. It was like, go out and create a video like you do for Danimals Baseball, but do it for UH football. And I was like, okay, like I do this Danimals Baseball thing because I like it. It's because like it's free. Like no one's paying me to do this, but I like doing it because it's fun. So that was really cool for them to be like, we like what you're doing. Now go do it for UH football. So I have to accredit a lot of my success to Danimals Baseball, honestly, because it's been practice, right? You can, I mean, maybe it's just me, but I could see like the progression of how
for
the
sure,
videos have gotten
definitely.
better, or like I try different stuff for videos sometimes. So sometimes it doesn't pan out, but I get to see like what works. And
I remember
what
that first
doesn't.
time you came out with the video. It was, I think, the one against the Dodgers, and dude, I was so hyped about it. And then like every new video,
Just gets
it
better
got
and
better
better,
and better. And like we had some really cool mic'd up sessions, and I think that was really cool. We had some glasses
I
cam.
think that's a fan favorite. The
Um,
glasses cam and the mic
yeah,
up
glasses
sessions.
cam. And we play against all these teams. They're like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" And it's like, dude, it's for the Instagram, man. It's.
We used to live stream in the outfield.
Yeah,
Me
we
and-
had Brandon took his fucking
we
cell
both-
phone
we
into
both had
center
our phones out
field.
there one time.
And
Two
oh yeah,
camera angles
it's on our
too.
Instagram. Check out our Instagram.
Yeah.
We have a live feed of literally Brandon, like, with his phone, catching a baseball, and then Jaren's in like left field with his phone, filming
Filming me.
Brandon, who's filming the catch. It's fucking hilarious. But yeah, man, it's been such a fun ride, and couldn't thank Jarin enough for putting this all together. Now we get to, it culminates in a podcast, and hope that subsequent seasons of Danimals Baseball can continue with this legacy. I think you're laying down the foundation for many more fun years to come, and I'm so happy and excited that
Everyone
this all
sees
worked
our
out.
videos and they just want to be in it. So that's part of the reason why Danimals Baseball is also growing. It's like everyone just wants to be in our videos for any reason. Anything that they can do on the baseball field, they just want to be in it.
Mm-hmm.
Dancing, just doing this at third base, like anything.
I think it's really cool. Like people will see the videos and they'll like know the name now. Like we're like, I feel like we're kind of not celebrities, but like
Not celebrity,
in
but dude, like
Hawaii.
we went to Growler, Hawaii, and it was just like me, Jarin, and a few other of our friends. Darren, I think, was there, and then at the same time, there's this high school all-star team that was like celebrating. They had won a tournament out in Iowa at the Field of Dreams field,
It's like
and
the most elite.
yeah,
high
the
school players
best
right
high school
now.
athletes that are playing baseball.
In
Like
our
most
state.
of them are D1 bound. Some of them are even looked at as draft prospects, right? And they come up to me and go, they dap me up and go, "What's up, Mr. Coach?" I'm like, "What the hell?" Right? And it's like, it's so funny that like
This
just-
started like
just this little
As-
thing
yeah.
has evolved into something that we're like a kid that I have no business of knowing, or has no business of like
knowing
knowing
us.
who we
Yeah.
are. Like, I'm a nobody. I played fucking Marino baseball and then D3 baseball in college. Like, I'm not a name well known in Hawaii for baseball, but people recognize me for like the Danimal stuff, and that's just hats off to Jarin, man. That's all him.
Thank you guys. Yeah, again, I mean, it just really doesn't get done without everybody's help. I bring the equipment out, but it takes other people to fill in jobs and fill in shoes. So
It's just Jarin being humble, man.
I want to be portrayed as the humble guy on this podcast. So it's my character.
We'll get you out of that. Well, following 2021 season, we're now into a little bit of break with Danimals Baseball. But I want you to get you guys' opinion. Who's the fall 2021, or maybe even 2021 in general, summer and fall MVPs?
Should we do two separate ones?
No, just
One.
just one. One 2021 MVP Danimals Baseball. Go.
Blaine Hokama.
Blaine Hokama.
I was gonna say Blaine Hokama for fall as well, and then maybe throw out
I was gonna say-
Lanson's name.
I was
for
gonna say
summer.
Shane for summer.
Shane.
Ooh.
What an addition.
What a pickup by
Gold
Danimals
Glover,
Baseball.
bro.
He was like
Shane Himeda, shortstop, Puget Sound, went to Marino. He's got his senior year going into Puget Sound.
Saves
But
all our asses.
he came down, and we were like, "Holy shit, a, a college-worthy defensive shortstop. And before that, it was like,
Injuries.
Just can throw it that far.
who can make the throw? So, yeah, I think Shane, great pick for summer 2021. Blaine had an incredible season in 2021. I think picked it up towards the end there. It was like 2 for 3, 3
Every
for 4,
game.
every game, in and out.
The funny thing about Blaine is that I remember in summer 2021, Blaine was talking to me, and he's like, "Dude, it's like the last game before playoffs." He's like, "Dude, I don't have a hit yet." And I was like, "Oh, damn! Like, you're gonna get an ass tat." But that's another story. Come fall 2021, it's the complete opposite, right? He's getting 2, 3 hits
games-
a game.
yeah.
Like he's not.
And against good pitching, too. Like, we saw pretty decent pitching, and Blaine was scoring that shit up.
He was clutch. I mean, there was a couple of games I know where it was like it came down to Blaine, and I was thinking back to that summer 20. I wasn't doubting you, Blaine. I was just thinking back to summer 2021. He's like, "Oh man, I haven't gotten a hit, and it's been like 10 games." And Blaine came through. He came up clutch, and I think that ended up leading to player of the game that game because,
That's when he was wearing a Sheridan jersey too. One of them.
Oh yeah. You're right. I was like, why orange, dude? Like, couldn't you find something closer to blue? Like, but yeah. Blaine had an amazing fall season.
Shout out to Shane Himeda, summer 2021 MVP, and Blaine Hokama. fall
Actually, Ren could deserve like a
2021.
co-MVP for catching every game.
Yeah.
Grit award or something.
The grit.
The Grit Award. The Heart and Hustle Award.
Hard and hustle.
Yeah. So let's move on to the final segment of the podcast here. We're going to go rapid fire with Brandon, who is our first, guest on the show, but will be kind of a mainstay here. It'll be the three of us, and then we'll kind of rotate in and out. Whoever comes next, Landon Higa's going to come on. Then we'll have guys like Kurt Suzuki, and then Colton Wong.
Isaiah kind of fell out.
We could probably get that.
Yeah.
But
We could get Seaboy.
We're putting it out in the world. Come join us on the casting couch.
Christian
But-
Donahue.
yeah,
We're gonna have to interview you.
But for the first episode, we'll go into rapid fire with Brandon Roberts. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Who is the last person you would want to be your throwing partner? And is that person in the room currently?
Juwan Bohannon is the last person I would want to be my throwing partner.
Fair enough.
He's got a noodle arm. He looks like Peyton Manning in his prime. Nah, he's just never played baseball, so that's my.
And
my
Juwan's
pick.
your cousin,
And
right?
he's my cousin,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Shout out Juwan. He saved our asses
He's
a few
hilarious,
times
dude.
coming out to games when we were like 8 guys deep.
That's our starting right fielder,
Right on. Next question. All-time favorite baseball player?
Barry Bonds, Jarin Kobashigawa.
Yes, sir. Okay. Controversial, Barry Bonds. Is Barry Bonds a Hall of Famer?
I believe so.
What do
Yes.
you say to the critics?
Brandon Phillips is a Hall of
I
Famer
s-
earlier.
I said borderline, maybe a Hall of Famer. But
Order in the court, motherfucker.
I think he's a Hall of Famer. I mean, back then everybody was on steroids. He's just, bro. He's
Well, even before he was roided up, like when he was on
still
the Pirates,
Yeah, he was still good.
like in his rookie year, I mean, stealing 20, 30 bags a year and still hitting 30 to 40 home runs a year. Like, you can trace that back.
that
before,
man
and
walked more than anyone. People were scared of him. That's
he's got like a few walks when the
with
bases were
bases
loaded.
loaded. Yes, like if that's not Hall of Fame worthy, I don't know what is.
Yeah, up to bottom of the 9, bases loaded.
And they walk it.
Walk Barry Bonds, try to get
It
the next
worked.
guy
'cause
out.
They struck out the next guy, but I mean,
Yeah,
still.
I think you know where the two of us
Wow.
stay on Barry Bonds' case for the Hall of Fame. But anyway, next question on the rapid fire: pineapple on pizza? Question mark.
Who lives in a pineapple?
I mean, I would eat it, but I wouldn't order it like that. If there's like a slice of pineapple on a pizza, I don't see what's wrong with it.
Is there like a no questions asked? I won't have that shit
I don't like-
ingredient
like-
on pizza.
I don't like olives at all.
Don't you work at Olive Garden?
Yeah, but I don't eat olives. Olive Garden has like soups and salads, man, and pasta.
It's in the name.
Doesn't mean anything.
Hi, my name is Brandon Roberts at Olive Garden. I don't like olives.
I don't like olives, dude. They're nasty. Anyways, yeah. Shout
Well,
out.
the last rapid fire question I had was in preparation for Jason. It was, why aren't you on Instagram? Jason, my brother, is not on Instagram, but Brandon is very much so. So maybe I'll pivot and ask Brandon this. We got a little famous on TikTok, Brandon.
We did.
over the past year. Had a few videos blow up and catch a few. I think like 50,000 views or close to 100,000 views on a couple of
I
them.
had one that went for 745,000.
Yeah,
in a
Jesus
Danimals uni though.
Christ, what? How the hell did that happen?
Honestly, the algorithm on TikTok's pretty weird, but I'd like to shout out Jarin. It was his idea to make the Danimals TikTok, and he put that video together that went viral. So, yeah.
Wait, which one?
It was a sliding into home one.
I'm not talking about that.
Oh,
one.
no?
I'm talking
Different
about that one's mine, but
Mm.
I was talking about the one with Woody.
No, that's why. Because Brobbb has success of his own on his personal account. Like I see like videos that are going viral for like 100,000 views, 700,000 views, and I think the most that we have was maybe like 30,000,
It was like
40,000.
50,000.
It was
I think.
50,000.
I think so.
It was a video of Brandon pitching and then beaning a batter. And
Which
the
was my
batter-
friend.
Yeah, the batter looked like he was charging the mound to like fight Brandon, but then the camera pans over and it's like them hugging, and it's very wholesome.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think since I always post on TikTok, it's just one of them's bound to go viral.
Yeah. All right, on that closes up Rapid Fire with Brandon Roberts. Thank you for being the guinea pig first go around.
Yes,
That's
sir.
gonna wrap up episode 1, man. Pilot episode of the Under Lights, presented by Danimals Baseball.
What did you say?
Under the Lights.
Oh, Under the Lights.
Is that not what I said?
My headphones are maybe not catching on. I thought you said Between the Lights, and I was gonna say like that's.
We were debating between Under the Lights and Between the Lines, and came up with Under the Lights,
By Danimals Baseball.
presented by Danimals Baseball. I think that will keep us out of any legal issues. But-
Before the podcast, can I ask one question to you guys?
Yeah.
What are you guys most excited for the future of this podcast, at least?
For the future of the podcast, just to see who we can bring on here. Whatever guests we can get, talk about what their lives, their backstories, just to learn about everybody.
I think this really gives a platform for people who wouldn't otherwise have one to express themselves. Tell us your life story. There's so many guys on our team that, maybe without this, they're just any other guy. And I think Instagram and YouTube have kind of got into clarifying that image of who people are on and off the field. And I'm super excited to just make this something that is wholesome and for people to enjoy learning about the shit show that is Danimals Baseball. I mean, I call it a shit show in a joke, but I call it because it's a tease that like we never thought anything of this, man.
No.
Like we had an Instagram page and we'd post things here and there, and it's come to this, man. This is sick. I have a full setup in my house, in my room, and like, dude, I think if we try hard enough, we push, dude, we could turn this into something that covers the state. I mean, we have so many high school baseball players that follow our stuff and watch
That
our
are
content.
already wanting to play with us, and
are
they're not
wanting
out of high school yet.
wanting to play with us, and I think that gives them a platform to get their story out there, and I think that's what's exciting about this podcast. We'll see how this grows and develops, and I couldn't be more excited for this thing, man.
Absolutely, and I'm glad it's with you two guys as well.
Two of my best friends, man,
You try to kiss me. Wait.
hanging out on the casting couch.
These mics are so fun.
But yeah, man, I'm so excited for this. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you, Growler Hawaii, Aloha Caps, Aloha Mitts, and
Triton, Axbat.
Triton, Axbat. Yeah, we'll get into some of our other supporters. But man, thank you for the love, and looking forward to what we have next, man.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for watching.
Peace out.
Yeah, yeet.